Hello students, the question is saying that the Ramesh deposit 2400 per month in a recurring deposit scheme. Recurring deposit scheme means that this is RD scheme, right? If in this RD scheme that Ramesh is depositing 2400 rupees per month and for a 1 year, right? The question is saying that for a 1 year he is depositing in this scheme, and if he get 1248 as a interest, means here what is given. So just first write the given values is that the principal value, because per month he is depositing in RD account, so principal value is rupees 2400, for 1 year he is depositing, means, and is given what, 12 months, because you all know that n is in the months, right? And this 1248 is what, that is the interest which is getting. He gets rupees 1248 as interest, so the statement is saying that he is getting 1248 as a interest amount. So interest is what, rupees 1248, right? At the time of maturity, find the rate of interest. Okay, so we know the formula for the interest amount in RD scheme is what, P into n plus 1 upon 2 into 12 into R by 100, right? So just put the values whichever we whatever the values we know, just put it. So in place of interest I am putting 1248, in place of P I am putting 2400, in place of n I am putting 12, and again I am putting 12. 12 plus 1, that is 13, upon this 2 into 12 as it is, and we want this R value, right? So this 12 cancels, and this 2 cancel this 2400 as 1200. So now from here we can easily say that this is actually what, R 13 R by 100, that is equals to 1248. Just take that 1200 and divide, so this is 1200, right? This double zero cancels this double zero, just cancel this by 2, 2 6, 2 6 2 4, then again 2 3, that is 3 1 2, and again cancel this 3 1 0, and that is 4. So this is exactly what, R is equals to 104 divided by 13. When you divide this by 13 you will get 8. So this is exactly the rate of interest is what, 8%, right? So your answer is R is equals to 8%. Clear? So that is the simple calculation in this particular question for finding the rate of interest, and also we have to find the maturity value. And you all know how to find the maturity value. Maturity value easy, that is easy to find. So just look at here, we know for the formula for the maturity value, that is P multiply n plus I, that is interest, and that is principal amount multiplied by n. So principal amount is what, that is actually 2400, that is 2400 per month, right? So for how many months, for 12 months, so 2400 multiplied 12 plus interest is what, interest is 1248, right? So just multiply this 24 multiply this 12, you will get what, 12 4 is 48, 12 2 is 24 28. So actually you will get 28800 plus 1248. So after adding you will get what, that is 4 8, and that is 5 8 and 2 is 10, again 8 and 2 is again 10, so 30. So your final answer is this one. This is the maturity value which you are getting after 1 year of investment in RD scheme, right? At the rate of 8%, right? So that is the first question. Now look at the second one. This question is easy actually, this is not so tough. This question says that 1 plus cos a upon 1 minus cos a, and we have to prove that this is equals to cosec A plus cot A whole square, right? So how can we prove it? So first of all, just look, we have to solve the here right hand side. So 1 plus cos A upon 1 minus cos A. I told you that whenever there is something like 1 minus cos or 1 plus something cos A, always do the rationalization first, because that is very beneficial for you. So in this particular rationalization, we have to multiply the both the terms with 1 plus cos A in the upper side as well as in the lower side, means in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So this numerator will become 1 plus cos A whole square upon, that is A minus B and A plus B. This is actually what? A minus B, and that is A plus B. And you all know formula for A minus B multiply A plus B, that is equals to what? A square minus B square. So by this particular formula, this is going to be 1 square minus cos A whole square, right? Clear? So now what we have to do, some students did a mistake here, uh, that is also correct, but that question will become lengthy if when they solve the particular whole square. If they open the particular whole square by applying the formula, then that question will become lengthy, right? So my recommendation here is don't open the whole square. Why I am saying this? Because just see the right hand side of that particular question. Right hand side is saying that cosec A plus cot A whole square, so means that we want the answer in the whole square form. So already in the numerator there is a whole square, so no need to open that particular form, right? So what you have to do, you have to just take this numerator side as it is, no need to open that particular whole square. This is exactly what 1 minus cos square A, right? So this is what, this is 1 plus cos A whole square, and upon this is exactly what, this is sin square A. Why this is sin square A? Because you all know that particular identity, sin square A plus cos square A is equals to 1. So from here sin square A is equals to what? 1 minus cos square A. So that is why this 1 minus cos square A is equals to sin square A, right? So now what you have to do, just you can write this as like this, 1 upon 1 plus cos A upon sin A, that is whole square, because all the terms are in the squares, right? Now what you have to do, just to do that particular separation, means just do the separation here, means that 1 upon sin A, you can write this as 1 upon sin A plus cos A upon sin A, है ना? So that is whole square. So this is exactly what 1 upon sin A, that is what, cos A plus cos upon sin A, that is what, cot A whole square. This is the thing which we want to prove, right? So in this way you can prove this particular question. That is also, that is not a tough one. The main thing is what here in this particular question, that after doing the rationalization, many of the students did the rationalization, but after rationalization, what the students did, many of the students, what they did, they just open the whole square. So here there is no need to open the whole square. It is also it can also be done by opening the whole square, but I am telling that what, that after opening the whole square, that particular question will become something lengthy and something tricky, right? So that is why I am telling you that don't open the whole square here, just because we want the answer in the whole square form. So just remain it as it is and do the rest part by applying the identities, right? So in this way you can solve this particular question. Then just move the next question. uh, Next says that by increasing the speed of car by 10 km per hour, the time of journey for a distance of 72 km is reduced by 36 minutes. Okay, then we have to find the original speed of car. Okay, so how can we solve this particular question? Look, question says that the speed of the car, uh, when we increase the speed of car by 10 km per hour, obviously when we increase the speed, the time is going to be reduced now for a particular distance. So same the question is saying that when we increase the speed of car by 10 km per hour, the time of the journey for a distance of 72 kilometer is reduced by 36 minutes. Means that particular time is reduced by 36 minutes. So right. So how can we solve this type of particular question? There are two types of time, right? The initial time when there is the original speed of the car, and there is also the new time when the speed of the car is increased by how much? 10 kilometer per hour. So first let us introduce the original speed, because we don't know the original speed of car. So let us consider the original speed. Let us consider the original speed of car, that is x kilometer per hour, right? So that is the original speed of car. So now what we have to do, because that is the original speed, and we have to go for how many distance? How much distance? Distance is given, the 72 kilometer is the distance which is given, which that particular car has to move, right? So the time taken by the car is what? So time taken is what? Time taken is the distance upon speed, right? Because you already know this formula, na? You already know this formula, you already studied in the physics, that distance is equal to speed into time. So from here we can say that time is equals to what? Distance upon speed, right? So from here time taken is what? Distance, that is 72 kilometer, upon speed is what? X, right? And the time taken, that time we will consider this as a initial time. Initial time is the original time. We can say this one as, we can say the initial time when the speed is only x kilometer per hour, right? Now now what the question is saying, now the new speed of car is going to be what? Increase. New speed, because the question is saying that the by increasing the speed of car by 10 kilometer, so means that new speed is what? Now new speed will become x plus 10 kilometer per hour. That is the new speed, because the original speed is actually x, right? So that is what? New speed is what? X plus 10. Okay. So distance is the same. Distance the particular car that have to move is same, that is 72 kilometer, right? Now what is the time taken? Now the time taken by that particular car is, now the time is what? Again formula, same formula, distance upon speed. Distance is 72, but now the speed is what? X plus 10, right? So we can consider this time as, final time, or the new time. You can also say this one as new time, right? So that is new time. Okay. So then, so now what you can take from this particular two times? Look, this is the initial time, right? And this is the new time, or we can say the final time. Now look, here the speed is x, right? Here the speed is only x, and here the speed is x plus 10. So you can easily take from that particular point that whenever the speed is increased, at that time whenever the speed is increased, so time taken by the car is obviously decreased, na? So whenever, you can also think this by practical means, na, that whenever you increase your speed, the time for the journey has to be reduced, right? So it means that if we take the, if we want to know that which time is higher, which time value is higher, so we can clearly understand that this time, this means this time, initial time value is higher than the new time value, right? Because the initial time value is in initial time value speed is more, right? So sorry, speed is less. If speed is less, then the time must be what? Higher, right? And the new time value, the speed is what? More, so must be, in this case the time must be lower, right? So here what we have to do, we have to minus the times. So we have to do the initial time minus new time here. Why? Because the initial time is higher, because the speed is less, right? So initial time minus new time, and the question is saying how much time is reduced? 36 minutes, right? That is the question is saying. Okay. But you all know that we are doing this particular question in hours, right? So first just plug in the value of this ti and tn. So what is the value of ti? Ti value is 72 by x, and new time value is 72 by x plus 10, and that is 36, but it is in minutes, so we have to change it in hours. So 36 by 60, because you all know that 1 minute is, you know na, that 1 minute is how many hours, 1 by 60 hours, right? So means 36 minutes is how many hours, 36 minutes is 36 by 60 hours, right? So in this case just cancel this by 6, that is 6, and that is 10, again you can cancel this by 2, that is 3, and that is 5. Okay, now just take the LCM here, x plus 10, and then this is going to be cancelled, 72 multiply x plus 10 minus 72, that is x, that is simple LCM, right? This is 3 upon 5. Now what you can do from here, you can just simplify this one, so that is what, 72x plus, that is 72x plus 720 minus again 72x upon, just multiply this x square plus 10x, right? That is equals to 3 by 5. This 72x cancel. Now do the cross multiplication, 720 multiply 5 is equals to 3 multiply x square plus 10x, right? Or you can also see that this is what, x square plus 10x, just take this 3 down, 720 multiply 5 upon 3, so this 3, that is 240, or you can after multiplying it is what, 1200, right? So this is exactly what this equation will become, something like this, that is x square plus 10x minus 1200 is equals to 0, right? And you all know that this is a simple famous equation, when famous splitting of the 1200, that is 40 and 30. Okay, so just you do the splitting the method, uh, 40x minus 30x is minus 1200 is equals to 0. Just take the common from here, that is x plus 40, just take common from here, that is minus 30, and again x plus 40, that is equals to 0. So this is what, x minus 30 and x plus 40 is equals to 0. So from here we can clearly see the value of x can be 30 or minus 40, but speed cannot be negative, so we have to cancel this value. So my answer is x is equal to 30. Okay, so x is exactly what, x is my original speed, so original speed of car, original speed is what, that is x, because we already considered the original speed of car is x and the value of x is 30, so original speed of car is 30 kilometer per hour. That is my exact answer. So in this way you can solve this type of question, right? So actually this is the good question in this particular paper. This question says that find the value of the constant a and b if x minus 2 and x plus 3 are both the factors of the expression this, right? If both are the factors of this particular expression, that means what, that means that the remainder must be 0, right? And you all know by the remainder theorem how to find the remainder, right? So first just put just put x minus 2 is equals to 0, so from here you get x equals to 2. So what is the remainder? So remainder you will get, which is what, just put the value of x equal to 2 in this expression, particular this expression, so 2 cube plus a 2 square plus b into 2 minus 12, right? So now what you have to do, you have to just solve this particular expression, and then that is what, 2 cube is 8 plus 2 2 is 4, 4a plus that is what, 2b minus 12, right? So this is exactly what, this is exactly 4a plus 2b minus 4, right? So but what the question says that this x minus 2 is a factor, right? If it is factor, then the remainder must be 0, so that means that it is equals to 0. So this implies what, 4a plus 2b is equals to 4, that is your first equation. And you can also solve this equation, you can also solve this equation little bit more, by just taking a 2 common, right? So just take 2 common, so this equation will become 2a plus b is equals to 2, right? So actually this is your first equation, right? So then for the second equation, what you have to do now, just put x my plus 3 is equal to 0. So from here x is equals to minus 3. Then again what you have to do, just plug in the value of x equal to minus 3 in this particular expression. So again remainder is equals to what, minus 3 whole cube plus a minus 3 whole square plus b into minus 3 then minus 2, right? So this is exactly what, that is minus 27 plus that is 9a, right, plus that is minus 3b, okay, and that is minus 12. So this is exactly 9a minus 3b minus 39. Again the remainder is 0 because it is also the factor, so just put the 0 here. So this equation will become 9a minus 3b is equals to 39, right? But what you can do from here, you can just divide this whole equation by 3, right? When you divide this whole equation by 3, you will get 3a minus b is equals to 13. So this is your second equation, right? Now just solve these two equations by the elimination method, means that 3a minus b is equals to 13 and 2a plus b is equals to 2. So just add these, b cancels, this is 5a is equals to 15. So from here we get a is equals to 3. Just put the value of a equal to 3 here, so you will get 3a minus b equals to 13, that is 3 into 3 because a value is 3. So that is minus b equals to 13 minus 9, or we can say minus b equals to 4, or we can say the value of b is equals to minus 4. So this is our answer. A value is 3 and b value is minus 4. Okay, so now look at the next one. So this question says that the find the value of x which satisfy the inequation. The inequation is given here. So now just look at the inequations which is given here. Just look at the leftmost part of that particular equation, there is no x, right? And similarly in the rightmost part there is no x. So we can solve this question little bit easy method. Okay, so how can we solve this particular type of questions? The question is saying that it is minus 2 5 by 6 less 1 by 2 minus 2x upon 3 less equal to, where x belongs to what, that belongs to particular whole number, right? So here this is exactly what, this is after changing this mixed fraction, that is the mixed fraction given. So after changing it into a simple fraction, you will get that is minus that is the minus sign. This is 12, 6 2 is 12, 12 plus 5 is 17, that is 17 by 6 less, and this is exactly what, you can take the LCM here, or just if you don't want to take the LCM, just remain it as it is. And this is exactly, we want x belongs to whole number, so no need to write every time x belongs to whole number. But the main thing is what, we have to remove this first 1 by 2 because we want only x value. So first we have to remove this 1 by 2 which is extra here in the middle portion. So how can we remove this particular 1 by 2? Just minus, subtract 1 by 2 in each and every side, means leftmost part, middle part, and in the rightmost part also. So I am just subtracting minus 1 by 2 in each of the parts. So this is what I am getting, right? So now you can clearly see that this and this is cancelled, right? So this is what, just take LCM, this is 6 minus 17 minus 2 3 3 1 is 3 less, it is minus 2x by 3, and that is again take LCM, you will get 4 minus 1, right? So now now look at the next one part. Next part is what, that is minus 20 by 6 right? Means minus 17 minus 3 is minus 20 by 6, less minus 2x by 3, then less equal 3 by 2. So anyhow we have to remove this, first of all this 3, right, which is extra here. So how can we remove this particular 3? Because 3 is in divide, so we can remove just by multiplying, right? So we have to multiply the 3 in each and every part, just like this. Multiply by 3, again 2x by 3, just multiply it by 3 again, and less equal 3 by 2 multiply by 3. So you will get what? Just cancel this, 3 1 3 2, that is 10. So that is minus 10, less this is minus 2x, less equal that is 9 by 2, right? So that is what we are getting right now, right? Then then look, then now what we want only the value of x, right? But still we have 2 here, right? So just divide this whole equation by 2, just like this. I am dividing the whole equation by 2 only. So just 9 by 2, divide this whole equation by 2. So this is exactly what, minus 5, less that is minus x, because 2 2 cancels, and that is less equal that is 9 by 4, right? Now but we want x, and here it is minus x. So what we have to do, we have to change the sign of x. So what now I am doing, I am just dividing this whole equation, whole expression by minus 1. So therefore this expression will become minus 5 upon minus 1. Now you all know, whenever we have to divide by minus 1, or whenever we have to multiply with the negative sign, so we have to change the inequality. So now I am changing the inequality, means this is greater, and minus x divided by minus 1, this is again greater equal, that is minus 9 by 4. Or you can just see that this is 9 by 4, and I am dividing this by minus 1, right? Now what, after cancelling you will get 5, right? Then greater, that is x, then greater equal, that is what, minus 9 by 4. And you all know what is minus 9 by 4, it is minus 2.25. So exactly what at the last you are getting, at the last you are getting that here minus 2.25, x is greater than equals to minus 2.25, and that is less what, 5. So but we want x belongs to whole number, so whole number starts from 0. So that is why our answer is what, only 1, only 0 starts from 0, right? Because we cannot take any negative value, because x here only belongs to the whole number. So that is why we have to start with 0 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and then obviously last 4, right? We don't have to go move further. Why? Because the 5 is the largest value, but it is not included in this particular expression. So that is why we have not take the 5, we have to take start from 0 and till 4, right? So that is the second part. C part says that ABCD is a trapezium where AB is parallel to CD. So first we have to make the figure. So first of all we have to make a trapezium like this. I'm making a trapezium something like this. uh, right. So and there are, these are the diagonals of this particular trapezium, right? So what we have to do, so here the question says that these two this is the trapezium, right? And this trapezium has the sides a b, and has the points a b c and d, right? So question says that the AB is parallel to CD. That is obvious that these two sides are parallel, and the question is also said that diagonal intersect at point O, means that this intersection point is what, O, right? So we have to prove that this triangle, means this triangle which I am shading right now, and this triangle, these two triangles are going to be similar. We have to prove this particular point. So how can we prove this? That is very easy, right? Because whenever the two sides are parallel na, at that time the proving of this similarities will become very easy, right? So how can we prove this? So just you can clearly see that this there is one vertically opposite angle, right? One vertically opposite angle is which one, which I am shading right now. This angle, this angle and this angle, these two angles are a vertically opposite angle, and clearly see that this angle and this angle are also equal. These are the alternate interior angles. So how can you write this particular point? Just write like this, that in triangle AOB and triangle COD, right? This angle AOB is equals to angle what? COD. These are the vertically opposite angles, right? And the second one is what? This angle name we can say that angle BAO is equals to this angle name we can say that DCO. These two angles are also equal by, because these two angles are alternate interior angles, right? So we can easily say that these two triangles are going to be similar, right, by angle criteria. So these two triangles are going to be similar by angle criteria. That is very easy. This part is very easy, right? If you understand the question, then that part is not so tough. Now the second part says that if OA is 6 means that this is 6, and if OC is 8 means this is 8. So we have to find the second part. There is a first part and the second part, that area of triangle AOB, ratio of the area of triangle AOB to the area of triangle COD, that is we have to find, right? How can we find? Look, whenever the two triangles are similar, and you already know that their area ratio, that is equals to the side ratio square, means that their corresponding sides is what? OA. We can, there are so much corresponding sides. First of all, let me write OA upon OC whole square, that is also equals to what? OB upon OD whole square, and that is also equals to what? AB upon CD whole square. But in this particular question, which side we already know? We know the OA and OC only, so we have to take only this particular point. So that is OA, which is 6, and OC is 8, right? So this is what? 3 by 4 whole square, that is 9 by 16, or we can say it is 9 ratio 16. So that is our answer, right? Now the next one says that we have to find the ratio of the area of AOD and COD. AOD and COD triangle, you can clearly see that AOD is this triangle and COD is this triangle. So mean these two triangles are adjacent to each other. These two triangles are not similar. So how can we prove, how can we find the ratio of their areas? So we know the one concept, that whenever the two uh, there are two triangles which having this common vertex, and which having a common vertex and on the same base, right? Two triangles which are on the same base and having common vertex, then we can say that their ratio of their areas are equal to the ratio of their common vertex, ratio of their bases, right? So how can we judge that these triangles have a common vertex and on the same base? You just look at this triangle, this AOD. This triangle is vertex is A. Again, this triangle DOC, this triangle also vertex is at D, right? So both the triangles have the common vertex, and this triangle base we can consider this as OA, right? And this triangle vertex we can consider as OC base, right? So these AC is the, that is the same base, right? Means that both the triangles which having the common vertex lie on the same base, right? If we extend the lines, so both the triangles will coming, right? So that means that here we can apply that particular concept. So that concept says that if whenever the two triangles having the same two triangles, triangle A, that is AOD, and area of triangle we have to find COD, right? So at that time we can clearly see that because the two triangles having the same vertex, you can clearly see one more, this have the same vertex D and same base, lie on the same base OA and OC. So we can say that this area ratio must be equal to the OA upon OC. So that is equals to the same ratio of their same bases, that is OA by OC. So OA is what, 6, and OC is what, 8. So this is what, 3 by 4. So their ratio is what, 3 by 3 ratio 4. That is your answer. Okay.